We just showed to our Peacock audience a conversation we had with Jameis Winston last spring, or 2 springs ago, right? It was in 2020. And it was when he had signed with the Saints. He finally landed. He landed with the Saints as a backup. And the jokes that were flying, because he had just gotten LASIK surgery.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, well, that's why he threw all those interceptions.
Couldn't see.
And I said to him, let's be honest, like how bad was it? And he was saying it was difficult. Like, he's not using it as an excuse that he would wear contacts, but sometimes it would be difficult for him to see everything. And I told him about how, Susie had gotten LASIK surgery, and she woke up the next day and she's just like seeing out the window trees that were always blurry when she woke up before putting her glasses on, and that she could see them plain as day. And it was like, whoa. And he said that he had the same experience, that he and his wife were going to Starbucks and they could see gnats flying around. He could see gnats for the first time. And, well, we see gnats here in the studio every day. Yeah. But so he said, that this was a difference maker, potentially. He wasn't using that as an excuse. Well, he didn't play last year very much, and he had a couple of snaps. That's it. And so yesterday was the first post-LASIK Jameis Winston. Really was at a start. And not just any start. Not just any start. But a start for the New Orleans Saints. The first Week 1 start for the New Orleans Saints after Drew Brees. Go figure that, when Jameis Winston was drafted first overall by the Bucs, and Lovie Smith, by the way, before the Titans drafted Marcus Mariota. If I had told anybody that draft night, that's going to be the guy who's the first starter for the New Orleans Saints once Drew Brees hangs it up, you'd be like, what?
You'd be a rich guy today.
What? And yet that happened. And in not just any place either. On the road. But a home game.
Yeah.
Which was wild. Wild to see the Saints logo in the middle of the field in Jacksonville, Florida, with the Saints team name painted in both end zone. Wild and weird. And this is a team that has been practicing in Dallas for 2 weeks, and then also in TCU, and has been displaced due to Hurricane Ida, right? Displaced. And not only displaced due to Hurricane Ida, so are their families. I mean, talk about being totally up in the air and not knowing which way is up. And bless Sean Payton and the rest of that team to pull it together, place whatever distraction that could be aside, and use it as a bludgeon against the Green Bay Packers on behalf of all the people who in the real world, in real life, are dealing with far worse distractions than just being a National Football League player on the road, practicing away from home, and then playing a home game away from home. Oh, man, was that the most impressive win for me in Week 1 Sunday. That the Saints, first game without Drew Brees is on the road, yet it's a home game. And it's the Green Bay Packers showing up into town with Aaron Rodgers and all those Super Bowl hopes. This was Jameis Winston after the game.
That was for the city, so shout out to the city of New Orleans. We did that for them. We knew how much it would mean to get a great victory for that region. They've been through so much. And for us to be able to celebrate this victory with them, it's just hats off to them for their resilience, right? Because they motivated us, they inspired us to come out there and ball.
Jameis Winston all growned up, and he's growned up, and he's growned up. Who is that guy?
Who that?
Standing there talking about his new city and representing them after dropping 5 touchdowns on the Green Bay Packers and a home game on the road. You go, Jameis Winston. You make the most of this opportunity. How many people sit there and think this is just him babysitting for the next guy right now before Sean Payton decides, yeah, he's not my guy? Everybody? A lot of people?
Well, I was wondering just how good the Saints would have been last year if Jameis was playing.
Well, so does Anthony Mackie, the actor who came on the show after they lost to the Bucs in the playoffs, saying, let's get Jameis and his arm in there.
Yeah.
And you know what? We just fell into the trap, which the Saints love. They love it. They love it. And I'm sure deep down Sean Payton loves it too. Because how many times have I said it? And they proved it again yesterday. The New Orleans Saints, are a defensive team in offensive guru clothing. They're a defensive team first, man. They are. Sean Payton loves offense. He's an offensive guy. He got hooked up to Drew Brees. The two of them are stuff of legends.
Made magic.
Quarterback, coach combinations, all-time greats. You got to put Payton and Brees in there. Brees is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Sean Payton has a resume that is in this league right now second to none. A trophy in the case, potentially more trophies to come. I understand what happened with, the bounty gate and all that stuff that might ever keep him out of the Hall one day if he does get enough. I'm serious, man. But what he did yesterday is stuff that this is one on the resume for him. And also, the defense. I just talked all about the offense right there and what Jameis did because I think of who he is and the fact that Brees isn't there right now. This defense yesterday, 229 total yards, 3 takeaways, 2 sacks. They got Jordan Love in the game.
Oh, yeah.
For the final 11 minutes. If I had told you that one quarterback would throw for 133 yards and 2 interceptions and one quarterback would throw for 5 touchdowns and 0 interceptions going into the game, it would obviously be Rodgers with the good stats and Jameis with the bad stats. And then if I had thrown in on top of it, Jordan Love's going to play the last 11 minutes of the game, it'll be like, yeah, let's get him in there and let's get him his first ever
it's a
NFL
blowout.
action because it's a blowout.
Yeah.
Well, it was a blowout.
Yeah.
It was a blowout.
It had to be the most surprising outcome of any game of the week.
It was the most impressive win of Sunday.
It was nuts.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.